mother's lasagna. She must be a very beautiful person, your mother.
Okay, I'm a bit too nervous about being up here, so if I go too quickly, please my time to slow down.
We'll ask you to slow down.
Okay, so I have a Christian parent, obviously, and although I've always known there was a God, I've always associated him with that guilty feeling that you get when you know you've done something that you shouldn't have done. So I never wanted to know him and pushed him straight out of my life, preparing my own way, so I thought. I was a very angry teenager. I'm not sure why I was. I don't really have any real reason, but I guess that was my prerogative at the time. And I believed that any sign of vulnerability meant I was weak and I should only be relying on myself. I closed myself emotionally from others around me who were only trying to help me. Whilst at uni, I was doing a course that wasn't really right for me, and I started working in a nightclub where I could forget how bad I was feeling about myself and what was going on around me. I went about looking for wanted in all the wrong places. Things took a quick downhill, and I spiraled towards depression and anxiety. At my worst, I was unable to leave my house for days at a time. So I took a trip back home, where my mum gave me a book called Captivating, which is the cheapest book I've ever seen in my life. And when I say she gave it to me, she just left it on my bed with a note and ran away. She knew I wouldn't want to read it. Eventually I decided to read it, which had more to do with the TV not working than any real compelling need. But I am not exaggerating when I say this book has changed my whole perception of the way I view my life. I started crying uncontrollably, which is something that I rarely do. And it seemed to break down almost all the barriers that I had that separated me from God. I realised that it's okay to feel overwhelmed and it's not a weakness to ask for help. Soon after, I was asked by my mum and dad if I wanted to go to Spring Hearts with them. Neither them or me expected me to say yes, but I did, and in the weeks that followed, I became Christian. I can't exactly pinpoint them. My life was a complete U-turn from there. I know that God came into my life, and it felt like he'd been waiting a long time to sort me out because it changed very quickly. I went back to living at home because I needed financial and emotional support, and whilst there, God seemed to be calling me to go into some sort of care home. Although I didn't want to follow in my mum's footsteps, that's what God did have planned for me. So I started working in a residential care home for teenagers with challenging behaviour. Whilst there, God has really looked after me emotionally and physically. I was put through a really big trauma of having to be the first on the scene of a suicide for one of my young girls there, and God has provided me with all the friends, family and support I needed and continue to need for that, and I feel protected and provided for. This hasn't put me off following God's plan for me, and now I'm going to start a social work degree in September, a far cry from the design of buses that I was doing on my old course. I still struggle